What's going on, guys? It's Elias. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about my 2002 Subaru WRX Bugeye. Now, if you guys have been following along, it's been quite a while since I've done a video on this car. It's taken some time to actually get up to speed on what I need to do with the car, and I think it's about time that I start working on it. But first, let's go over all the things I have to do to get it fixed. Now, as many of you likely remember, I've actually done a ton of work already to this engine. So all the belts have been changed. They're brand new belts. The gaskets have also been changed. They're all brand new gaskets. These pipes right here, they look a little old, but they're not. They're actually brand new pipes. They basically have, I'd say, 15 miles on everything. Unfortunately, I also changed a lot of the fuel system. So this is a new fuel filter, and I also changed a fuel pump. Now the fuel pump, if you guys remember, on the way back from taking this car home, the fuel pump that I had put in unfortunately failed on me. And so because it failed on me, I basically put it away, and she's basically sat here for about a year. So first thing I gotta do is get a fuel pump. Second thing I gotta do is get a battery. So I don't have a battery for it yet. I've just been using my jump starter if I needed to move it. So I need to get a battery, I need to get a new fuel pump, and get this beast rolling again. So a few other things that I did. Of course, I changed all of the fluids from putting in a new radiator. I put a new radiator fluid in there. We have new fresh oil in there. We have brand new drive shafts, both this one and the other side. You guys saw me put in the one that was already busted. I put in another, the other side just to be sure. And I put in all new brakes all around, discs and everything else. Brand new fresh brake fluid just to be sure as well. And I wanted it basically to be running for all of last year. Unfortunately, things did not work out as planned. Like I said, fuel pump failed on me, and I just didn't have the time to deal with it. And so I put it away, and it's been kind of sitting here or over there for the last year or so. So I had a couple of options on what to do with this car. I could have just fixed it up mechanically and driven it as is, but you know, I really wasn't feeling that. It's got some rust issues, it's got some cosmetic issues that I really wasn't a fan of, and if I was gonna be driving it around, I wanted to fix all of that. So you see, you got some paint fading away here, we got some paint fading away here, and this is actually the least of it. There's actually some worse bits that we'll go over in a second here, but I had to make a decision, and you know, actually I'm still making a decision. So let me know in the comments, would you guys like me to kind of semi-restore this? Whether or not I'm going to rally it, I still want it to look semi-decent. I know when you rally something, it's going to get pretty messed up, but I kind of don't want to be driving around and video, you know, shooting videos of a car that's kind of in this rough a shape. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I should change some things out. So one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to change these headlights right here. So you see we have mismatched headlights. That one's completely faded away. This one looks semi-new and looks okay. I'm going to change these. I already bought them. We'll do an unboxing at some point, and it's going to look a lot better on that side. Besides all of that, I kind of want to clean this up, and let me get closer here. Some of this paintwork is bubbling up here, and it's just it's a clear coat. I kind of want to kind of just rebuff it and kind of clear coat it again. Again, these are minor details, but you know, if you get close to it and you see that, it kind of looks like a hoopty, and I don't want to really drive around in such a hoopty that much. I may take these off, and I may color them a different color, or may color them black or cover them or something. I don't know. I might do that, I may not. You can cover it with this up here and fix that. I gotta get some fasteners for this here. Again, these are all small details, but they all add up and really took the fun out of driving this car. Here we take a closer look at this headlight. Looks awful, just terrible. So we're gonna change that completely. The rest of the paint in the front doesn't look too bad, to be quite honest. I'm actually pretty happy with it. We do have to, you know, redo the paint here and redo some of the paint there. Basically just get a new paint job here. The bumper is actually pretty solid. It's in good shape. This is a little loose, so we'll have to find a fix for that. So these are all the things I'm actually going to be doing very soon. I've already decided that if I'm going to keep the car, if I'm going to drive it, I'm going to do all these things. The view from the side really isn't too bad. It's actually really good. This is this car's good side. It's got some rally armor mud flaps. Decent wheels. A little bit scratched up, but that's okay. Alright, let's talk about the roof of this car. It's seen better days. So those little rust spots by themselves are not really a big deal. But one thing I really have to work on is to make sure we get that fixed. Now, one of the things that fixing this is going to have to do, we're going to have to take the windshield out. And I may as well just replace the whole windshield. It's not that expensive, maybe 200 bucks. But it'll be worth it just to fix this right here. So we're gonna basically cut some metal there, re-weld it, get everything nice touched up, and paint it. So the interior is actually in pretty decent shape. Just needs a very thorough cleaning. And we can get that done. I can do that myself in a couple of hours, get it nice and clean, and get everything taken care of. Everything looks decent here. You got some curb rash on the wheel. I didn't do that, but we could change the wheel if we have to. That's not too expensive. That's not a big deal. What is a big deal is these little rust bubbles coming up in here and right here. If I'm gonna keep this car, I want the body shop to go ahead and cut this off right here and weld in another piece. You could actually buy a piece on eBay that'll replace this part right here. This is such a prevalent part for rusting, and you can see the rusting forming in there. It's a matter of time until it looks like, well, the other side. This spoiler, while it looks really good, I think I'd use a fresh coat of probably paint and clear coat at this point, just like the roof, looking like a matte blue. I think a little bit of some touching up down here to make sure there's no, oh, there's some bad rust here. Gotta get rid of that, and that shouldn't be too difficult to do. Moving down to the bumper here, some sanding and some paint would go a long way, and then we get to the ugly part, which is right here. Basically need to recut and weld from here all the way to this nastiness. Oof, terrible. So to take a closer look on this side right here, again, you cut off basically this whole part here all the way to the back, and you weld in a new part, and then you sand it, you paint it, and it looks like brand new again. This right here definitely needs to go. This is terrible. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. I'm crazy to even think about fixing up this car with all that rust that it has. I know, but hear me out. I've already gotten 2 estimates on fixing up the car the proper way, which is cutting away the nasty metal, welding in new metal, and sanding it and painting it properly. So 2 quotes. First quote for all of the things I just talked about, including installing a new fuel pump. First quote was $1,400. Second quote was $1,600 for all the work, including the paint. For that amount of money, I think reviving this old Subaru WRX, the car that I learned how to drive stick shift in, I think it's worth it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, if I should go through with it or if I shouldn't. And before you say, hey, why are those prices so low? Well, I've got a pretty good relationship with these shops, and I guess they're giving me some good pricing on it. So in your opinion, would you do it or would you not? And again, we're doing it the right way, guys. So again, let me know in the comments. What you guys think, what I should do. I could also just sell it as is for, I don't know how much I'll get for it, and get rid of it. And if that's what you guys feel I should do, also let me know in the comments. I'm open to suggestion, but for the price, you know, around 1,500 bucks to get this thing back up and running and looking like brand spanking new, honestly, I think that's pretty worth it. And I have other spare parts that I'm not talking about yet, but we could even make it better. So again, put it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Happy to hear what your questions and comments are. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.